We're trying to glow up mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, all the ullies. That's what we're trying to do before 2024 starts, before that new year. I have 5 main tips, but just like on my other videos, there'll be extra near the end. The first tip I will say is invest in your look. Investing in your looks can vary depending on what you want to accomplish, the type of look you're going for, how you want to be portrayed, how you want people to see you, etc, etc. That is dependent on you, but typically things like that involve your hair being done all the time. Now, if you don't know how to do your hair, please go on YouTube, because investing in your looks does not have to be expensive. You don't have to be over at so-and-so's house trying to get your hair did, but she not there, and then she gonna charge you extra on top of that, even though she the one that was late. Regardless, you don't have to go through none of that. You can do it yourself. Whenever you're home, do a little bit. Start off small, especially if you don't know how to braid. You can try to braid a piece of your hair that's back here, do a little cornrow here. It don't work out, it's okay. Try again, look up another video, try to see if you can find one that helps you out. It takes time, but honestly, if you start now, you might be able to do it by the time 2024 starts. I feel like knowing how to do stuff like that is a good goal to have for yourself if you don't already know how to do that. But investing in your looks, the next thing could be like makeup, learning how to beat your face yourself instead of having to call up the makeup artist, book an appointment with her, and then they charge you like, I think, how much do they charge now? Almost $100 now, which I think is so crazy, because at the end of the day you gotta wipe it off. That's so crazy to me. But instead of doing that, you could just learn to do it yourself. There's so many makeup tutorials on YouTube, so many, even on TikTok there's so many. The same way with the hair, you don't have to go broke with it either. You don't have to buy the exact same products as somebody else. You can go get you a drugstore product. There are YouTubers on here that make videos about drugstore only makeup routine. You can do that. How you gonna start big when you don't even know the basics? Start with the basics, you know, get you some drugstore products first, because it's not about the products, it's really the technique. If you don't know the techniques, regardless of what products you get, you not gonna, like, it's just not gonna make sense. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. And the same way with the hair, start small. You can do your eyebrows every day. Pretty easy to do. You could just sit in the mirror and try to do an eyebrow. You don't have to do both eyebrows. An eyebrow, maybe at the end of the night before you go to sleep, you're like, let me try to do my eyebrows real quickly. Take your time. One thing about makeup, you have to be patient. Like, you can't look at yourself in the middle of the process and be like, oh my gosh, this is not working out. Of course it's gonna look like it's not working out, because you're not finished. Like, you're baking your face and you thought you was about to be eating, looking good, when you in the middle of the process. That don't even make sense. Like, you gotta wait till the end. Now, if the end don't look good, then it's like, okay, like, at least you practice for the day. Try to remember where you may have messed up. If you were following a tutorial and you were like, oh, I didn't do that part right, maybe that's the part you messed up. Try to fix it next time. Regardless, start small. Try an eyebrow, then go to 2 eyebrows, because just because you know how to do one eyebrow don't mean you know how to do the other eyebrow. That's the other thing. So try one eyebrow, then do the other eyebrow, and then go to lashes. That combo right there, brow, lash, lips, that's all you really need, and then you're good. Then you can go into the concealers and powders and all of that, which that's a whole nother thing. But start small, that way it's not too much all at once. I think something people do miss when they have goals, or like they try something new and stuff like that, is they're starting too big. Start small. Try to break things down to like the smallest things. If you need somebody to like help you break it down, that's fine too. You know, go ahead and ask. If I know, I'll let you know, but just start small. This one's for me too. Invest in your looks. If you don't really have, like, let's say nice outfits right now, your outfits are just basic, mediocre, whatever the case is, go on Pinterest. Pinterest has a lot of ideas. I know a lot of people that they get their outfit ideas from Pinterest and then they just recreate it. Go ahead and do that. If you have the items, amazing. If you don't have the items, like I said, you do not have to go broke. If you don't have the items, find another Pinterest book that has the items that you already have, because 9 times out of 10, let me not say 9 times out of 10, 6 times out of 10 they probably gonna have it. You'll be able to repurpose it, match it with this, match it with that. Now it's a whole new outfit. Don't go buying all this extra stuff and then it's like you still don't know how to put it together, because the issue wasn't the clothes, it was you. If you're already past that step, you can buy the clothes, it's not putting a dent in your pocket, then I would recommend investing in actually quality clothing, like especially basics, quality, long sleeves, short sleeves, whatever the case is. Now that I'm still looking, because not one store has quality everything. They might have good basic tops, but they may not have good jeans. It really depends on what quality means to you. I want my pieces to last forever. Nowadays, with, I don't know if it's just me, if I'm the only one that's noticing it, but a lot of these companies, whether it's hair, clothes, whatever the case is, back then the quality was amazing. It was great, but the quality is just getting worse and worse, and it's actually crazy. And it's the same price as the actual quality items, which is mind-boggling, because you're already not good, but you think I'm dumb enough to buy this when it's not even good as the actual good ones. Please. Another looks item would probably be nails. If you don't do polish or acrylics, or you don't do anything to your nails, that's fine, that's good, you can keep it that way. But if you do, try your best, especially if you see that your nails is chipped, if a piece is broken, whatever the case is, try to either get it fixed, which I recommend you fix it yourself. Start over, remove the polish, remove the acrylics, remove whatever you have on your nails, and start over and do it yourself. Nowadays, I feel like I'm either doing press-ons or I'm doing polish. If I'm gonna do short nails, I'm gonna do polish, because like, what's the point of doing press-ons when it's short? But I don't know. But if I'm gonna do like long, I'm gonna get me some press-ons. There's so many sites. I think if you like short, Kiss obviously has the nice natural looking ones, but I really like I think it's either Temu or Shein. One of them, I got a couple press-ons from there, and it's so sturdy. I kid you not, it is so sturdy. You would have thought it was actual acrylics. There's also another one that I've seen a lot of people like posting about on TikTok and stuff. I personally don't like it because I don't like French tip. I really don't like French tip. Like, it's getting old to me. I used to do that when I was younger, especially for my mom and stuff, and I can't do it anymore. And they be trying to do the different designs, like, you know, the elongated French tip. I hate that one even more. I don't like the ones that look like that. Oh my gosh, let me not get into that. I think why I really hate it is because it's not as cute on, you have to have a certain length of fingers for it to look good on. If you have long fingers, it's just gonna make your fingers look even longer. They don't always look good. Now if you have like shorter nails, like maybe it'll work. I don't know. I personally, it's rare I see it on somebody and I like it. Anyway, try to do press-ons. Like, save you some money. You don't need to go to the store to get you an acrylic all bedazzled, all this, all that. Get you some press-ons. A glue that I really enjoy, if your hands in water all the time, I may not recommend this one. This glue here, if your hands aren't in water all the time, it'll be great. If it's loose enough, you could probably pop it off. I don't recommend doing that because you're gonna damage your nails. But I'm not gonna say I don't do that, because I do that, which is why I say I don't recommend it. My previous set that I had, I didn't pop them off. I actually took them off like a professional. Okay, so the next tip, kind of piggybacking off of that, can't even talk. I can never talk. So the next one is to learn a skill. This can be anything. This can be anything. Like, YouTube is literally your friend. People have posted all these videos for you for a reason, especially if you want to save money. Learn a skill. Like, learn how to cook. If you don't know how to cook and you're always outside buying food outside, learn how to make that stuff yourself. Literally go on Google, go on YouTube, search up the name, recipe, how to make X, Y, and Z. Look it up and make it yourself. How you an adult and you don't know how to cook for yourself? Like, at bare minimum. And I'm not even saying like cook so that you know how to cook for the next man or for this person or for that person. No, I'm saying learn how to cook in general. You need to survive. And even with the skills that you're learning, it could turn into a hobby, because you should definitely have a hobby. This whole 9 to 5 thing is cool and everything, but it can drain the life out of you so easily. So get a hobby so that you have an outlet. You're not all consumed with like work 9 to 5. Even if you're an entrepreneur, still get a hobby. Bonus points if it's something that you can learn from as well. You could do painting, you could do ceramic. I'm trying to give y'all some cheap options to let y'all know you do not have to spend an arm and a leg to have a life, to have a hobby, to be good at something, to reinvent yourself. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg. Invest in your mind. You're like done with school. You don't have to go back to school. You don't plan on going back to school. Even if you do plan on going back to school, you're not in school right now. Try to continue the whole learning process and the whole learning aspect, because it's so easy, especially in today's society. It is so easy to get consumed with everything that's going on and not really be able to think for yourself. Like, I've seen it happen so many times. People can't think for themselves, and high key, being in the career field that I'm in, very, very good, because I have to learn. Whether I want to or not, I have to be learning. So it's like, that's good. But even for 2024, I want to learn other things, so that's outside of tech. So I'm gonna be doing that. Whether you're reading a book, taking courses, taking classes, doing trainings, whatever the case is. If you want to travel to like a whole another country, whatever the case is, try to do those like tours where they teach you about the location you're at. There's so many ways for you to learn, and for people to not do it and just be like sitting there and literally just not doing anything is actually crazy, because it's too many opportunities, too many things for you to be doing to be able to learn. And people don't do that. And this is one of those things that you can even do for free, because the library right there, you can go pick up a book right there. I don't know if it's necessarily the people that I've come into contact with on social media, but I don't know. I feel like the next generation, they just may not really know how to search for things themselves. The way they be asking them questions when you could just go Google it first, but they ask the internet instead. Like, maybe they did Google it first, but then they want to ask the internet just for content purposes. But for the people that don't know that that's a thing, like, I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared for the future, for real. For 2024, definitely trying to do some other types of training, trying to read. I think I want to do 2 books a month for 2024. I just need to find a book that I like. That's the issue. I think that's the hardest part, finding a book that I like. But we gonna get there, y'all. We gonna get there. We gonna get there together. Get your money up. Yeah, I'm giving y'all all these tips, and I'm giving y'all the like no budget options as well. But like, get your money up. If you have to do a side gig, a side business, whatever the case is, go ahead and do that. Personally, I feel like every year you should be putting yourself in a position to get your money up. Even if you got your money up by $2, you still did that. Like I always say in my videos, start small. It doesn't have to be something drastic, right? Start small. $2 is still something. Even if it was a penny is still something. Social media is literally a great side gig to do, even if it's something like the Amazon influencer program and you get an extra $50 a month. That is still something. That's still $50 that you can use towards one of the other buckets for glowing up. We not doing broke no more. If you gotta get another job, a part-time job, go ahead and do that. I personally want to get a part-time job just because I need that what's that, like, social interaction again. Working from home is great. I would never say I want to go back into the office, because I don't. But like, I think a Saturday, Sunday, little 2 hours at like Ulta or something, Sephora or something, be all customer oriented again, talk to a human being that's not through the computer again, and I feel like I will be good. I feel like I will be good. I could have been gone that, by the way, but I haven't. But I think I will. At least before 2024 starts, I think I should do that. Actually, I might have to push it to 2024 instead, just because like, I'm not really gonna be here for most of December anyways. Even with getting your money up, like, I'm telling y'all to get your money up, but I need to get my money up too, mainly for like, at least to start a side business. I have one in mind that I've been like, you know, I said I would do when I got here in October, but like, we in November. So lastly, fake it till you make it. Like, to glow up, fake it till you make it. Obviously the smart way, because when you really think about it, like, it's really a way of speaking things into existence. People like to say, oh, be delusional, even though I feel like delusional is kind of different from faking it till you make it. But even then, faking it till you make it, you got to do that the smart way. Like I said before with the clothes and like the money aspect of things, like, if you don't have something, you don't have to act like you have something, because like, that's too faking it till you make it. But if you convince yourself like, oh, I'm glowing up, this is the type of stuff I'm doing, this is a regular stuff for me, this is me, this is what I always do, then eventually your brain and you as a whole will just start moving like that and start doing things like that. Because at the end of the day, glowing up is all a mental thing. It's how you see yourself. If you see everything that you're doing to like be better and glow up and stuff as a chore, you're not really ever going to glow up, because it all starts with the mental, and mentally you're already looking at it like, oh my gosh, like it's gonna take so long for me to do my nails. It's gonna take so long for me to do my hair. I can't even do my hair. I'm always struggling with my hair. I'm always this, I'm always that. Like, it's not going to be an enjoyable glow up process for you, and it may not even stick because you're already looking at it in a negative light versus looking at it in a positive light. That positive light is going to translate better and just allow you to move like that on a regular basis, because eventually it will stick. This kind of ties into like relationships and stuff. If the guy's moving to you and you don't already do something but you want him to do it for you, it doesn't really have the same like the same strength if you don't already do it for yourself. It's not really gonna have any real meaning if you don't already do that, if you don't already move like that. We can probably touch on that a little bit more in another video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys in my next video.